Nyamaza sana. I don't know. Did you get the prompt that the recording has started? Oh, I don't know why it's taking a moment there. Okay, so it's just taking a moment. Okay, so you can introduce yourself a little bit, say about your name and everything. Yeah. So yes, so I don't know, tutaanzia na nani? Jed, utasalimia watu, utajitambulisha, halafu tuende kwa Liz, halafu sana, unajua. Yes. I just received the package, so this is what I'm having on my end. It is almost the same background as my internal sleeping. So I'm just trying to verify if the package is the right package. But I'll check it later. Yes. So Jed, jitambulishe. Or you're not ready to introduce yourself. Maybe tunaweza enda kwa Liz. Liz, jitambulishe. Bado uko muted, you are still muted.
Jina langu ni Elizabeth. Ninafanya kazi wa Christian Health Service Corps. Ninafanya kazi, nina muuguzi. Nina umri wa miaka 62 and hobby yangu kupika.
Okay, so halafu sana, jitambulishe tafadhali, introduce yourself in please.
Okay, jambo, jina langu ni Sana. Nilizaliwa tahe Canada. Or well, naishi in Canada. Okay, hobby zangu ni wait, how do you say it again? I'm looking through my notes. I want to say running outside.
Kukimbia kwenye mazingira. Did I tell you like mazingira or something similar to that? But kukimbia, it's running, of course. Kukimbia.
Yeah, that was the one I recognize. Yeah, kukimbia.
Yes, it's the last part. So the last last word in my introduction. It's like the last word, kukimbia.
Kukimbia, yeah.
Yes.
Kukimbia, sorry, kukimbia. So hobby zangu ni kukimbia. Yeah, that's about it.
Sawa, safi kabisa. Asante. Then tuna Jed.
Salamu kwenu nyote. Mimi ni kutoka kusini, Afrika Kusini.
Safi, karibu, asante sana, mmekaribishwa. Nimechoka kidogo lakini nina furaha. All right, I'm a little bit tired but I'm still very, very, very happy to see you in here. Nina furaha sana kuwaona hapa leo. I'm very happy to see you today. Yes, so kwa kawaida nitajitambulisha pia. As usual, I'll introduce myself. So jina langu ni Amwell. My name is Amwell. Naishi Mombasa, Kenya. I live in Mombasa, Kenya. Then what else? Hobbies zangu ni kusikiliza muziki, kuogelea na kukimbia. My hobbies are listening to music, swimming and running. Right, so napenda sana kukimbia. Wa Kenya, vitu vya kawaida, you know, Kenyans, normal stuff. Yes, so tutaingia kwa darasa la leo. Najua wiki iliyopita watu walichanganyika kidogo. I know last week things were a little bit complex, but leo nitajaribu tuende pole pole. Sawa?
Amwell,
Yes.
mbona umechoka?
Kwa sababu nimekuwa na siku refu. Leo nimeamka saa 1 asubuhi. So today I woke up at 7. Nimekuwa chuo. So nimekuwa na onyesho. Okay, like a show in which I'm supposed to like kuonyesha tuseme walimu wa kwangu. So like to show my lecturers. So nimekuwa na onyesho ambalo kwa kikundi chetu tumekuwa tukitayarisha karibu muhula mzima. So I end a project proposal. So yes, so tukaweza kuonyesha. Alafu baada ya hapo nimekuwa na rafiki zangu tukaenda kufanya matangazo. Like with my friends we went to do advertisements for shirika moja la vijana ambalo linaitwa IYF. One organization called IYF for youths, kwa sababu tuko na tuseme washa la vijana, like a conference for youths mwezi ujao toka tarehe 7 hadi tarehe 10. Okay, we have a youth conference next month from 7th to 10th. Sasa kutembea tukitangaza na kupatiana vile vifurushi, giving out those flyers, ni kazi nyingi pia kuongea kwa watu, so inachokesha kwangu. So it's very tiring for me. Yes, ndio maana nimechoka. That's why I'm tired.
I understood maybe 1/8 of that, but okay.
I know that is a very big Swahili. I know that's why I'm always putting a little bit of English, and I know
what was tired?
Yes.
Sorry, what was the word for tired? Choka.
Choka. Kuchoka.
Or just kuchoka.
Kuchoka.
So mimi ni choka? No.
Nimechoka. Nimechoka means like a present perfect. Okay. Nimechoka. I think we talked about that last week. So nimechoka.
Yeah. I'm just
yes,
so practicing it.
Nimechoka. Mimi, nimechoka. Yes, then if I'm getting tired, I can say ninachoka. All right, so ninachoka. If I'm getting tired. If I'm anticipating of getting tired in the future, I can say nitachoka. Yes.
Okay.
So
yes, that makes sense.
Yes, nitachoka. I'm anticipating that I'll get tired tomorrow or in future. Nitachoka. But if it was past perfect and I was tired, I can say nilichoka. Yes. So yeah. So that was basically the last week's lesson. Nilichoka. So you can see the me, na, the ta, the ri, they are changing. So those are like the specific tenses. Yes. Unakumbuka hiyo? Do you remember that?
Actually, how do you say yes?
Ndio. Yes. Okay, ndio. Halafu you can say hapana. Actually, yes, hapana or ra. Then ndio you can also say naam. Also, like yes, another way of saying yes. So you can also say naam. Yes. So right is. So you can say ndio. Although I know ndio sometimes can mean that or what, depending on the usage. It's like the Spanish sí. If you speak Spanish, you can find the sí. Sometimes it may mean yes, but also sometimes you may find it meaning if. When you go to the conditional story for another day. But now that here you can meet it somewhere in between, being used as a conjunction to mean what or that, you know, like this, depending on the usage. Yeah. Like for example, if I tell you, ndio maana, okay? Ndio maana, like for example, if I say ndio maana nimechoka. So ndio maana nimechoka. So this one, in this statement, the ndio will mean that's why. Maana means the reason. That's why, or that is the reason. So reason why. Yes. I'm tired. I am tired. Yes.
Yeah, I
that
understand.
translates- Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes. But normally when you are answering the question, I ask you, tuko pamoja. You can say, ndio. Are we together? Tuko pamoja. So tuko pamoja. This
Ndio.
is something that I'll say a lot. Yes. Utasema, ndio. Tuko pamoja. Are we together? Ndio. So that's a response. Yes. But if you find it somewhere in the middle of the sentence, check the context first. Or somewhere, like in this statement, just check the context, then you can find it may mean that or what, you know. Yes. Sawa. Hey, Jason, mambo.
Sasa, I'm Will.
Nzuri sana. Habari, karibu.
Narudi.
Yeah. Nashukuru kabisa kukuona. I'm very grateful to see you in here. Yes, ndio tuko karibu kuanzia darasa. We are just getting, comfortable. Yes, with the class. So we are just... Unataka nini?
I said Nina Tucker Karudi, Darasani.
Aha. Lakini bado ungali kwenye gari unaendesha. You are still driving. Come on. Najua nataka kuhudhuria.
Najua,
Yes. So, okay. So, yes. Sawa, lakini usijali. So you can just listen in. If you are driving, you can still listen in. But also, if you need to participate, and maybe you're in the somewhere you are parked, is okay. So you can tell us. So are you able to talk, or you are still driving?
No, I'm parked.
Sawa. So if you are parked, it's okay. So we can just continue, and if we get to you, we can always ask you a question. If you are, if you start reading again, we just put the phone somewhere on the order you continue listening. Sawa. Yes. Lakini karibu. Yes, karibu sana. So yes.
You could pull on Sasa.
Yes. So yes. So Jason said a very good word, which I taught him some time back. I am even surprised even he remembers this one. It's called kuhudhuria. Kuhudhuria means to attend. Yes, a very good one. Kuhudhuria darasa. Nataka kuhudhuria darasa. I want to attend the class. Yes, very good one. Yes. So, So today, we are looking at classification of nouns. Okay. As you know, last week, we had a little bit of a taste of classification of nouns when we are looking about the, let's say, the noun classes, like the pronouns, when we were looking at those ones, like the first person, second person, that person. So, which means all the people that we are talking about, they come in this class, the first class that we are looking at. So I know that I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'll say in Swahili, okay, nouns are classified into classes, or if you'd like to say like genders-ish, okay, based on their prefixes, okay? So prefixes means like the first syllable, the first consonant or vowel, whatever. So which are like the prefixes. So in Swahili, we have 18 noun classes. Don't worry about that. Just know that, each class, the reason why it's 18, of course, they are like 9, but with the reason why we just say 18, it's because each class carries two elements, the singular and plural. So it just carries it through. So now we just say 18. So we can say noun classes are very important. And this is something that I will insist again and again. Noun classes are very important in Swahili because even when we go to like the possessive pronouns like wangu, yangu, rangu, changu, you know, all those ones, they will be affected by the noun class. For example, if I'm trying to say, you know, like if it's a person, I have like my brother, I'll say ndugu, like this is my sibling. Like brother, it's kaka yangu or kaka wangu. Okay, so like yangu and wangu. I know sometimes it may go to zangu because the K, it goes to another different class, but at any given time, it will be like this. But what if I want to say about my chair? Okay, so if I'm saying about my chair, it becomes now not wangu or yangu, it becomes kiti changu or kiti viti vyangu. So it changes. So the prefix of that like possessive changes. Then we have the verbs, you know, like for example, if I say like, for example, a person, okay, the bone, let's say somebody like is walking, right? So I'll say mtu ana tembea, okay? You can see that you know, you remember we looked at it the other like class the mtu anatembea. A person is walking, so we start with a. But if we want to say that, for example, we want to say the chair, okay? The chair has been maybe moved, you know, move this. Songe shua, okay? So, okay, so to move something, like the chair has been moved, all right? So you say kiti, so you say kiti, kime, so kimesongeshwa, okay? So kiti kimesongeshwa. In the chat, so kiti kimesongeshwa. So the chair has been moved. What if I want to say the person has been moved? Like for example, you are trying to make like a queue for any, maybe you are trying to get a service, a certain service, and the security told you move from there, go to the next maybe counter or a teller to get that service. You can say mtu, okay, mtu ame so amesongeshwa. Yes, mtu amesongeshwa. Okay? Okay, tuko pamoja. Mtu amesongeshwa. What if I want to say about a different class? Like for example, tree. Tree, it's in the another class that we'll be looking at, short tree. We can say tree, it's in the class of mumi. Don't worry, I'm just trying to get ahead of myself, but just showing you about this. So, for example, I want to say mti. I will say mti ume. Okay, ume. So okay, umesongeshwa. Okay, mti umesongeshwa. Okay, so you find that when you look at those ones, the prefixes, okay, of the mtu, of the mti, the tree, or the kiti, they are different at each of it. So they have the ki, they have the a, and they have the u, because of the noun class, which they are in. So which means by the time you get to the adjectives, like adjective, it's like beautiful, handsome, maybe, I don't know, maybe brave or like this. When you're talking about those, which are like, we can say they describe more about the noun, you find even those ones will be affected by the noun class. We may be talking about the same adjective, but the prefix of the adjective changes with the class to class. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't want to scare you, but also when it gets a little bit confusing, take your time, stop me, ask me the question, and I'll answer the question. Tuko pamoja. Are we together? Yes. Tuko pamoja? Yes. Msinyamaza sana. I know.
Ndio,
I'm not
ndio.
scaring. Yes,
Tu
I'm not
pamoja.
scaring you. But
Ndio,
yes.
ndio.
So, like I said, understanding the noun classes is very crucial in Swahili. Not actually Swahili, if you are trying to run any Bantu language, you know, the classes of Bantu. Even I know Jed, this is not scaring for her because she already speaks like many, you know, Bantu languages. So the structures is almost the same. Because if you are speaking any Bantu language, you find that this has borrowed a lot, like from the Bantu structure, like the grammatical structure. It's like the way when you run like one Latin language, like for example, if I run Spanish, you find that with time, French or Italian or Portuguese, they are different languages, but they use almost the same grammatical structures because they come from the same, you know, mother language. So the same way. So, yes, all right. So to seme, what else? We are going to the first class, and the first class is mwa. Okay, mwa. This is our class. We as people. If you have a pet cat or a pet dog, this is also the class for those. Okay. If you decide to go and visit the lion, the zebras, like this, they are also in this class. Okay. So basically, any living thing. If you see a kamdudu, like an insect or a bug, they are also in this class. So anything that is living, most of the things that are living, animals, insects, they are in this class. But mostly, of course, we talk about human beings. But also, statistics. So you may find some, for example, when I was talking about like some names, like Kaka, okay? Kaka, because it's not starting with an M, you may find it being in the, like, because like when you say Kaka, Kaka, you may find Kaka because it's starting with a K. And like technically it's supposed to be in the class N, okay? The class N, which is like indicated by EZ, but because it's a person, it becomes exceptional and it's still in this mwa class because we are talking about a person. If it's an animal like Simba, it's still an animal, so it's supposed to be in this class also. As much as it's the name Simba is not starting with an or a wa in plural, you find that it's still in this class. Tuko pamoja? Are we together?
Ndio.
Yes.
Ndio.
Excellent. I know that this is like a little bit technical, but I know that we need this lesson. Tutaenda pole pole, of course. So today we are looking at the class Mwa, Mmi, and Jima, okay? So those are like the classes which we'll be looking at. So, so of course, you can see like the way I'm saying, like you may find some other, also other nouns which are technically they are supposed to be in other classes, but because we are referring to them, like for example, when you are saying about like the zebra, okay? So unaweza sema like zebra, because it starts with a Z, it's supposed to be in the class N, you know? But because zebra, like it's an animal and it's living, you bring it here. So then also we have like, for example, caterpillar. Anyone who has an idea we call a caterpillar? In Swahili, not French or Spanish. Yes, I know some people are trying to. Yes, they may give me like a very, very name. So in Swahili. So, okay. So I know that it's not a very common name, but we can say, for example, caterpillar, it's kiwavi. Okay. I know it's very complex. Don't worry, it's not a very common name. Even you may ask some people who speak Swahili, how do you call a caterpillar? They may not tell you. Kiwavi. So, but when we go to the plural, it's viwavi. Okay, viwavi. Okay, so like plural for caterpillars. So automatically, if you know about the noun classes, because you see this one starts with a kiwi, you know, you may think it should go to the class kiwi. Like, for example, when we have the kitty, So kitty, the plural, it's viti. Everybody knows what is a kitty. Sana, do you know what is a kitty?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, kitty, it's chair. Okay, that's why
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
I did know that actually. Yeah.
yes, kitty, it's
Forgot.
chair, right? Yes, kitty. Also, we have kisu. Okay, kisu, it's a knife. Kisu, visu. Okay, knife.
Mhm.
A knife. Knife. Kisu, knife in the chat. Yes. So, okay. So you can see kitty, visu, kisu, they are in the category of kiwi. Then we have a caterpillar, which is called kiwavi, viwavi. Okay. So you can see that they are technically somehow in the same class, but remember that kiwavi, it's an insect, it's living, right? So automatically, you just have that exception. So which means the kiwavi automatically goes to the workers. So for example, if you want to say the caterpillar is you say kiwavi. So kiwavi, instead of saying kiwavi, like kiwavi, instead of saying kiwavi, kimerara, which is very bad. Sawa Jason, tutaonana tu. All right? Asante
Okay.
sana.
Next time. Tuonani baadaye.
All right. So, okay. So
So
we have, okay.
you
So
were
we have,
breaking up. You were breaking up a little bit. I don't know if it was for everyone. But
Yeah.
so
it's
you
okay.
were saying kiwavi and viwavi.
Yes.
But you were giving the example, but we didn't hear it.
Okay, so I can say kiwavi amerara, okay? Okay,
Mhm.
tuko pamoja. Kiwavi amerara, which means the caterpillar has slept, like present perfect, has slept, okay? But instead of saying, because like if I were, the kiwavi was in the kiwi, I would say kiwavi kimerara, which is very incorrect. I cannot say that. So, which means I'll always say kiwavi amerara, simba amerara, but not zimba imerara because of the prefix. Okay, it's not starting with the So yes, so I'll continue a little bit. Okay. So these are some of the many. Yes, it's not exactly nyakati. Utakuwa umevunja ngeli. Nyakati is the tenses. So utakuwa umevunja ngeli. You have already broken the grammar, the Swahili grammar. Yes, when you say that. So these are like some of the many nouns that conform, to the wa class. Okay, so you already know these ones. Not all of them, but many of them. Okay, so I'll ask, I don't know, each person to read me the singular and plural, at least two. So we can start with Sana. You read me the first two, like the mtu and the ganga. So you read for me. Yes, you just read them in Swahili. Yes.
So mtu, watu, and mganga, waganga.
Yes. Yes.
And I
So
just have a quick question, if that's okay.
yes.
These prefixes also apply to pronouns, like when you're saying not pronouns, wait. Where was it? I just had a thought and I was like, wait.
We call them we say like the noun agreements. They apply. Like
the what?
yes, but like noun, and when we are going to the verb, I know that the prefixes of the verb, those are like the ones, not like, of course, when we have like the like in second person, okay, second person like singular, we have the starting, then the wa, of course, goes to that person, plural. Then if it's singular, like one person, it will be always the prefix of this will be, we say the prefix is wa, okay? So our, that is the prefix, like to the nouns. So mtu amelala, mtu ametembea, starts with that. If it's many, watu wamelala, watu wametembea, wa.
Right,
Sorry.
okay, that makes sense.
Yes. So this one, this class just goes with that. So the prefix of the noun indicator in the verb for this specific class, it's always wa. I'll be giving you some examples of the sentences as we continue. Yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
now we are just looking at the words first.
So another question, you've got mganga and waganga for doctor. In the case where they call doctors daktari, that's also a person. How do you make daktari plural, and would you say daktari amelala?
Okay, so it's very easy. So daktari, it comes from the word doctor, okay? In Swahili, there's something that we call kutohoa. So kutohoa, okay, kutohoa. What does kutohoa mean? Kutohoa means like borrowing words from other languages and Swahilifying them. For example, the word may be from English, it may be from Arabic, it may be from German, it may be from wherever, Portuguese. Like for example, the word bendera, mesa, they come from Portuguese. The word shure comes from German. The word jibini, magharibi, mashariki, they come from Arabic. Then we have the word daktari, petroli, many other words. They come from English, okay? So when you have daktari, all right? So daktari does not conform to the regular class, wa. So because when we have daktari, we have ma daktari, right? But which means like ma daktari, this one would go to a different class, right? Which is ma, okay, class. But remember, daktari is a person. So like I said, these are exceptional words. As long as you are talking about an animal or a person or an insect, automatically it goes to this first class, wa. So which means if I'm seeing one doctor, I'll say daktari ameniona. So the daktari has seen me, you know, daktari ameniona. If they are many, madaktari wameniona. So they conform to the a and wa prefixes, the noun anglement, you know, in the verb. A, wa. Tuko pamoja. Sawa?
Ndio.
Yes. I know, it's very interesting. It's enjoyable. Yes. And so on that note, can you read the next 2 pairs of words?
Mchawi, wachawi. Mgeni, wageni.
Okay. So you know mgeni and wageni? Yes. Mgeni, it's a visitor. For example, if I decide to come and visit you, I'll be your mgeni. All right. So yes. So and Jed, can you read for us the next 2 pairs?
Gonjwa, wagonjwa, mpishi, wapishi.
All right. Okay. So we have mpishi, wapishi. So mgonjwa, it's a sick person, of course. Mpishi, it's a chef. But also mpishi, it may have a different meaning depending with whatever you're talking. Like for example, somebody who is always looking for conflict, you know, somebody who is always looking like a way to quarrel or conflict with somebody else, that person can also be called mpishi. And you can tell them, wacha upishi. You know, the reason why we say mpishi, it means they are always cooking. They are up to no good. They are cooking, you know, something bad. That's why we call them mpishi. You know, they are like, you know, mpishi is always mixing ingredients, and these ingredients, you know, if they are mixed like in property, it's like you're trying, like in chemistry, they may be very volatile. He is making the situation volatile so that people can conflict. So that person, we can call them mpishi in a different context. So if you find it in Swahili, yes. Sawa? Then I'll read the next two pairs. We have mtoto, watoto, and mtumishi, watumishi. All right. So mtoto, of course, everybody has come across mtoto, very easy word, and watoto, plural. Mtumishi is a servant. So in this one, mtumishi, for example, you can find, like, for example, if you are like a servant of God, for those people, if you are Christian and you like going to the church, for example, your priest can be called mtumishi wa Mungu, servant of God. Watumishi wa Mungu, servants of God. Sawa? So you may find it in the Christian denomination, actually within East Africa, and you may hear somebody in the church, if you attend any church in East Africa, they are saying, tukaribishe mtumishi wa Mungu. Let us welcome the servant of God, atupe neno, so that they can give us the word of today. Yes. Yes. Sawa? And then, Sana, can you read for us the next one pair of words?
Wait, yes, okay. Where is it? Mfanyakazi, wafanyakazi, mzi, wazi.
Okay. So these ones are okay. The first ones are okay, but the second one, you just read them like you separate the consonants, okay? So mostly in Swahili. So this is maybe something that Liz and Jed already know. But when you see two consonants following each other in Swahili, each consonant take its own sound. So
Oh, you're breaking up.
Two. Different. So the N, Z, E. Each of three consonants following. Then the Z, because it has an E. Sorry. The Z, yes, the Z has like an E. It becomes Z. Then the E is left alone, so it takes its own sound. E. Okay, so when we read this one, it's E, Z, E, Z.
Okay. Mze and waze.
Yes, waze. Yes. Yes. So of course, mze means like an old person, but also mze, if like you are talking in different classification of noun, and you have a different noun, mze can also be an adjective to show it's an old thing. Like for example, I can say gari mze, which means an old vehicle. Sawa? But if you are in the wa, you are saying mze, mze means a person. Okay? Tuko sawa. But mze can also be an adjective. Sawa? That is what I just want to mean. Yes.
So if it's an adjective, it'll take the prefix of whatever noun it's describing, right?
Yes.
Gari,
So you
know what
yes.
class
So
gari is.
gari will take, yes, gari, they will take the So gari nze, then magari, maze, ma, ze.
Okay, so a table would be kiti, kize?
Yes, kiti is not a table. Chair. Chair is the
Chair,
kiti.
chair.
Table it's meza. Yes.
Meza, right,
Kiti, kiti, viti, vize. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So right there. Yeah, so it just take the prefix of whatever it's an adjective. Yes. All right. So swali lolote andi hapo. Do you have any question up to there? Okay. I assume kila mtu ako sawa. All right. So these ones, they are like, I already told you about this one. So we have the exceptions. So like, for example, insects and animals. Okay. So mdundu, wadudu, mnyama, wanyama. Okay. So they don't differ to human beings, but if you find animals, they may be found in the N class, but animals and insects, they are not people, but they always be found in the class wa. Tuko pamoja? Yes. So if you see a butterfly, kipepeo, vipepeo. Mariposa, kipepeo. Kipepeo, kipepeo. Kipepeo wangu. And also if you, by any chance, you get yourself somebody that you like from East Africa, you can always call them kipepeo. So for, yes, these. So for example, if you are like a nurse and you're trying to treat a small girl and she is like very worried, you can tell her, sawa kipepeo wangu, my butterfly. She's like, ah. Then injection very quickly before she realizes. Yes. Yes, so kipepeo, butterfly. Yes. So I think that is almost self-explanatory. Tuko pamoja. All right. Yes. So these are like some sentences, examples, okay, of like whatever I was trying to show you. So as you can see in these sentences, of course, I've highlighted the a and wa in green so that you are able to see, you know, how the sentences or the noun prefixes are behaving, you know, in these noun with verbs and everything. Okay. Yes. So, so these, you read for me the first sentence. We can go to Jed on the second one, wanafunzi, and Sana, you read for me the third one. So,
Okay, mwalimu anafundisha Kiswahili, walimu wanafundisha Kiswahili.
yeah,
Mwanafunzi anaandika kwenye daftari, wanafunzi wanaandika kwenye daftari.
Why do I get the hard one?
Yes.
Natoa ushauri wa kifedha, kifedha. Wataalamu wanaotoa ushauri wa kifedha. Wait, that was so bad.
Okay. I know, yes, so I know that I did not tell you about this. So, so in Swahili, I noticed they are just laughing and with Jed here. So the DH and the KH, they are some of the Swahili diphthongs, you know? I know that you know diphthongs. So they are like some Swahili diphthongs. So always they pronounce there like that, like for that. So when you say that, so they produce like that kind of a sound. That, like the that in that. So it's like, for example, you say ki fe that. It's a Swahili diphthong. Yes. Okay. Yes, but now whatever I told you, you see the first word which you are reading with the consonants and everything, the mtaalamu. So that one has how many sounds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So ta, a, ra, Okay. Yes.
Mtaalamu. Mtaalamu.
Yes, mtaalamu. Yes, yes, the I is a little bit drag. So mtaalamu.
Mtaalamu.
Yes, mtaalamu. Then we have wataalamu.
Wataalamu. Mtaalamu anatoa ushauri wa kifedha. Wataalamu wanaotoa ushauri wa kifedha.
Yes. All right. Nice. So also the SH, nice one. On seeing that. So the SH also, it's a diphthong. It's always a sh or a she. Yes, it's also another Swahili diphthong. And you know, they are always there. So yes, so you may find them. So I think I did not look at the alphabets yet, so that I am able to show you the diphthongs, because most of the people who are taking the crash course, they already know the alphabets. But I think once I'm done with this, I may have to look a little bit about the alphabet across which maybe people can follow through, because that is where we usually learn about the Swahili diphthongs, which are very essential actually. Yes. Because like, for example, for people, how would you read like this name?
Khalid, or was it?
Of course, that is like the English version. But
Khalid?
if you are to tell somebody this is an Arabic sound, they will tell you Khalid.
Yeah, Khalid. Mhm.
Yes, that is the sound. It's a Swahili diphthong. So it's
Yes.
from Arabic, and that's why we
Yeah.
have Khalid. Yes, that sound. Yes, actually, if you are very careful and you have heard people speaking Arabic, whenever you hear this sound, and just listen very carefully. They are those
Yeah.
specific diphthongs. Yes, those are the specific diphthongs which are always giving Arabic the sounds.
Mhm.
Arabic, Persian, Turkish, Israeli language. Yes, they are the ones giving those. There's some of those diphthongs. They are the ones giving the sounds. Yes. And Somali also. Yes. And Cushitic languages in Kenya. They are Besha, like the one I was telling you, in like Ethiopian language. Yes. Story for another day. I may have to teach you a little bit of languages. I'm very enthusiastic about this. Yes. So we have mfanyakazi and wafanyakazi. So mfanyakazi anafanya kazi kwa bidii. Wafanyakazi wanaofanya kazi kwa bidii. All right? Then we have mwandishi amepokea tuzo ya riwaya yake. Waandishi wamepokea tuzo za riwaya zao. Okay. So mwandishi is always a writer, somebody who is writing that, for example, for the newspaper, all right, or magazine, you know, those people are writing, so we can call them mwandishi, okay? So for example, if it's like a news journalist, like the ones who report, you can call them mwanahabari. Then also if it's like a journalist who, like a reporter, okay, like a reporter who is always reporting in the field, you can say mwandishi wa habari. You can say mwandishi wa habari, like a journalist or a reporter, mwandishi wa habari. Yes. Yes. So like a reporter, yes, mwandishi wa habari. So mwandishi, habari means the news, okay? Mwandishi wa habari. I know habari it's a greeting, but it also has a lot of other meanings, yes. Mwandishi wa habari means a reporter, like a news reporter, yes. So news reporter, yes, news reporter. Mwandishi wa habari, yes. All right. Then, yeah, so any question up to there? Kuna swali lolote? Kila mtu yuko sawa. Everybody is good, right? Yes, okay. Yeah. Now we go to the next class. Very interesting class. So in this class, we mostly have trees and plants, okay? Although the class does not refer to one particular thing. They may have other things which are not plants or are not trees, but you find that this class has one thing in common, okay? Most of these, like class, they start with an they have a me. One good example of something that is not a tree, okay, and it's not a plant, but it appears in this class, it's this. What is this? I'm waving. This one? My hand, okay? We say mkono, and it's found here. You say mkono, mi, kono, okay? So my hand or arm, depending with how you call it. Anyway, arm is the old thing. So yes, so mkono or arm, okay? So hand or hands, so mikono. So for example, you know, the famous phrase, you know, like when for those who live in the US and the North America, if the police tell you put your hands in the air where I can see them, in Kenya, the police will tell you, weka mikono yako juu. Yes. Put your hands up. Weka mikono yako juu. Mahali na ambapo naweza iona. Where I can see them. So mikono, it's the hands. So which means like mikono being part of the body will be found in this class. And anyway, I know it's part of a person, but anyways, it will be found in this. Not only because even some other parts like the eyes, they are found in a different class. But yeah, so among many things. Then also the most of the
Miguu is the legs. Are they also in this class?
Absolutely. Yes, mguu, miguu. Yeah, you can say. Yes, mguu. Yes, mguu. And we have miguu. Yes, mguu, miguu. Yes, so it's also in this class. So any part of the body that you may think it starts with the and it's the plural, it's me, highest probability it's this in this class. So any part of the body. So we can say many other nouns in this class. Also, they may seem that they don't have any relation at all. So you have your trees on the other side, you have body parts on the other side, some random nouns, but they have one thing in common. They start with a me, they have a plural with me. Tuko sawa? Yes. Okay. So these are some of the examples of whatever we have. So you had me saying about mti. Mti means a tree. So the plural is miti. Okay. So so Jed utatusomea the next two pairs of words, the mea and the mbuyu, and you read for us. And then Sana will read the next pair too. Then Liz, you read the next pairs, mchezo and the rest. Yes. Sawa? Jed.
Mmea ni mmea, mbuyu ni mbuyu, mibuyu.
Mkono, mikono, mguu, miguu.
Mchezo, michezo, mtihani, mitihani.
Okay. Tuko sawa? Up to there. So I think most of the words that you have already read, you know them. So mti, I've already talked about mti. I've talked about mkono. I just talked about that. Mguu also is talked about that. Then mbuyu, this is a tree that is usually found within East and Central Africa. If you come to Mombasa, probably I'll show you the tree. Yes, Anna.
This is just a question, but you have hands and legs there, but what about arms and feet? Or is that all the same as well?
Which one?
So on the screen, you have hands and legs, but do arms and feet have the same prefixes, are in the same noun class? So if I say feet,
Yes.
1 foot and feet, yeah.
Yes. So you can see that.
Just making sure.
Yes, it's like the reason why I put like the singular and the plural of that, they are usually, 1 leg and 2, legs. So it's like foot and
Yeah.
feet. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay. Just making sure they're all in the same noun class.
They're the same word, right?
Yes, it's the same one. So
Oh, it's
yeah.
the same word.
So they are in this
Oh,
class.
okay.
Yes, yes. Then we
Wow.
have mtihani and mitihani. So like, for example, next week, we are officially doing our university exam. So which means like one of the Swahili memos in the university will be saying mitihani, okay? Mitihani inaanza rasmi tarehe 14 mwezi wa 8 mwaka 2023, right? So it says like that in Swahili, which means the exam is officially starting. The exams are officially starting on 14th of August or August 2020. All right, in Swahili, because most of the time in the university, we are given the 2 memos, Swahili and English, most of the time. Yes, but of course, most of the memos are in English, but you may find like Swahili memos. So mtihani, mitihani. Then also we have mto, mito. So mto, highest probability depending on the context, but the main thing, mto will always refer to the river and rivers, okay? River, like with the water, river. But also if you are talking about like the bed in terms of like the home, and you say mto, mto can also be a pillow, you know, for sleeping, yes. It can also be a pillow, you know, for this pillow, pillows, mito. Then also we have moto, mioto, fire, fuego, okay, fire. So yes, then also we have moyo, mioyo, like the heart of someone. Moyo wangu, yes, my heart. Sawa? Although we may have, some words may also have, you have to keep in mind, some words, they may have different synonyms, which may be found in different categories. You know, like for example, moyo, also we may have royo, rojo, sorry, moyo, rojo. So depending with who is asking, so for example, when you say like amekata rojo, so it means like the heart has stopped. So it's like another synonym, okay, of this one. But also moyo, you may be talking about moyo, but also, you know, like the heart that you are speaking, like for example, when you say like, my heart does not like that, you know, for example, my heart does not like this food. So you can translate that into roho yangu ama moyo wangu haupendi, you know, so because it's a synonym. But when you say about roho, it is in a different category. Roho, nyoyo. I know, I may be confusing you, but roho, just know it will not be in the same category, but it's a synonym of moyo, you know, like this. Tuko sawa? So some words may have different synonym. It's like English. They may have different synonym, but the synonym may be in another case. Sawa? Keep that in mind. Okay. Yes. So now we have a few words, okay, which we may find these words, they are in the, you know, they are denoted by moi, okay, but they have the same ni for plural, but they are still in the class, okay. If you have been in this class long enough, I think you have come across mwaka. Everybody knows mwaka, right? Like when you say like when you were born. So like, for example, we are saying I was born in the 1960s. For me, I was born in the 1990s. So when you are saying that in Swahili, you must say about mwaka. So the month which you are born, you must say like mwezi, you know? But also mwezi can also mean like the moon. The reason why it's called the moon, because long time ago, Africans, we used to measure like time, like when we are talking about time, like during like daylight to dusk, the darkness comes until the daylight. But also during like, for example, if we want to measure like how many months have passed, because we did not have the clocks and everything, we used the moon. As you know, each moon comes after every 28 days. And that's why a month is usually called mwezi in Swahili, because we were usually saying, see you in 6 moons or 7 moons or in 12 moons, which is about 1 year approximately. Yeah. So that's why we have the mwezi for months and moon, same. So mwezi, miezi. So both. They are in the same category. Then also we have mwili. Mwili means the body, you know, your body as a whole, you know, like for example, el cuerpo, the body, okay? So your body is the temple of God. So we say mwili wako ni hekalu ya Mungu. Hekalu means the temple. Oh my God. Hekalu. Temple. Sana, don't worry. Sana. If
Yes.
if I define
Why?
if I define anything Christian, it's just that I think I may have to go back in time and thank my Sunday school teacher. Probably they taught me that Yes, so I have all this. Yes, so yes, then we also have, can you read for me this one? The next word after miri?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Muisho
Mm-hmm.
and muisho. Muisho.
Yes, it's a double I. Yes, it's a double I. So the first I takes the me with the MI, then the
Mhm.
next I is the ron, then the sho.
Miisho.
Yes, misho. Yes, misho. Mhm.
Misho.
So misho. So mwisho means like the end of something or conclusion of something. Like for example, when I say mwisho wa darasa, it means conclusion of the class or the end of the class. Sawa? Then also we have, can you read for me the next one, please?
Yeah. Muembe, miembe.
Yes. Muembe, miembe. Okay, so the mango tree and mango trees. Okay, so the mango itself, how do we call the mango by itself? The mango?
Maembe.
Maembe, it's many.
Embe.
Oh, embe.
One. So funny enough, the embe, okay, embe, it's in the class of G ma. I know, interesting, no? Yes, they are in the class of Jima. So you say embe limeanguka. So if it's a embe, embe limeanguka. So which means like the mango has fallen, then maembe yameanguka. Okay? Yameanguka. So which means if I was to change this statement and go to the tree itself, so I'll say muembe, okay? Muembe umeanguka, okay? Muembe umeanguka. Then plural will be miembe, okay? Imeanguka, okay? So in this class, it takes the prefix u and e, okay? In singular and plural. Of course, we look at the examples as we finish on this class. We have some examples, but I just want to show you, you may have like one thing that you know, then the other thing related to that thing, it's in a different class. Okay, so for example, the mango tree, it's in the me because it's a tree, but we have the embe, which is a fruit, and many fruits are found in the G ma. Yes, Sawa? Then, Jed, can you read for me the last one?
Mwiba. Miiba.
Yes, muiba. Muiba, one, iba. Okay, like a thorn. Everybody knows what's a thorn, right? Yes. So, like for example, here we have trees which are called acacia trees. So acacia trees are like those, you have seen those, like if you have seen the videos of Africa, the giraffes are eating some type of a tree which looks somehow very green, but with their own necks. So that tree mostly they like eating, it's called acacia tree. Mostly, there are a lot of giraffes eat like acacia tree. It has a lot of miba. So not all animals can go eating that tree because the giraffe, they have advantage of their own neck, so they can navigate the small eggs inside the tree. They eat the green stuff and they are good. Yes, so miba. All right. So this is like something maybe I want to note. So of course we have, pardon?
Excuse me, Pole, nitandoka mapema leo. So,
Okay. All right. Asante. So, okay. Karibu, asante sana kwa kuja. Thank you for coming. Yes. Then also we have the class muwa and mumi. Okay. So you find that the prefix moi, okay, like for example, when we are talking about mwalimu, mwalimu, it's in this class. So you may find that the mwalimu, it's the mwa, okay. Then you may find moi here, like mwaka in mumi. So what you need to know is like, is that noun describing something that is living, a human being, an animal, or an insect? If it's not conforming to those category, automatically it just goes to the me class. Tuko pamoja? So that is something that you need to know. Like for example, the mwalimu. Mwalimu is a teacher, okay? And it's in wa. But also we have mwaka. Mwaka, it's the year, or mwezi, it's the year. But you find that they are in the me, because they are not alive. They are not animals, they are not insects, they are not people. Tuko sawa? Okay, so we have a few examples, okay? So let me see which example you can read. Okay, so can you read to me? Can you read to me like which one will you? Okay, so read for me the mare. Mare, Sana? Mare and mare.
The third and fourth one?
Yes, the third
Okay.
one and the fourth one. Yes.
Mmea huu unahitaji maji mengi. Mimea ile inakuwa haraka.
Yes. So, okay. So the main essence that you need to note when you look at the u and the, like, for example, in the verb itaji, so you can see like the prefix is the u. Then when you look at the plural, the prefix is I, inakuwa, inakuwa. So this class, the singular is denoted by u and the plural is denoted by I. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes, excellent.
And this is, those are both plant.
Yes, and also if, yes, and also if you are very, very careful, I know that we have this and that. I know it's a little bit confusing. That's why I just omitted that. But I'll teach you about those ones later, because like when I say like the locative and the references, whatever, they are always affected. And I think you can see like ire and ude. So they are always affected by that, like the u and the ide. They are always affected by the class. So then, Jed, can you read for me the mbuyu and mimbuyu?
Mbuyu ule ni maarufu sana. Ni buyu ile inapatikana katika mbuga za wanyama.
Yes. So, so you can see that, for example, with that, the word that and those. So you can see like, for example, we have ure and ide. So it's the same like word, but now because of the there's a different prefix, the u for mbuyu one and ide for plural. So this is something to just show you, you know, like this. So you can see that. So I know that I'll give you maybe more examples, and also as we practice and we go to like the verb agreement and stuff, it will make sense. So for today, we are just looking at the noun classes and how they behave with each other. Tuko sawa? Kuna swali lolote? Do we have any question up to there?
No, ndio.
Okay, so I'll look very quickly on this class. So this is like the last class. So this class is called G-Ma. And this one, of course, it includes the name of fruits. Like I said, like the mango, when we are talking about the mango, we were talking about parts of the plant, like the branches, the leaves, you know, the idea. Also some parts of the body, like the eye, you know, jicho, macho, you know, like those ones. Then also we can look at one state, you know, like the occupation, like the work that you do, all right? Then also it may include some non-countable, you know, nouns. You know, like things that you cannot count, like for example, you know, yes, like what, no, water, no. Yes, but non-countable nouns. Then some abstract nouns like for example, love, like anger, or yeah, something that you cannot count. Then also corrective nouns, they are found in this. And also a special category that we call argumentative. Argumentative means like, you know, making an argument or asking different questions. So then also most of the nouns in this, they start with jima, but not all nouns with jima, like not all nouns start with the jima. Some of them, like for example, gari, it's just gari, but when we go to the plural, they have the ma. So not all of them are jima, but they are in this class. It's called a jima. And how does this class appear when it's how do I say? Like the argument, it goes with the in the verb. Okay. So for now, I'll just start with some very basic examples of the words which conform to the actual G, ma. So we have the G, okay, and the ma. So these are words maybe which you have seen. Okay, some of them are, you can read for me, Jed, the first one. Jed? Okay, so Sana, maybe you can read for me the first one.
Jicho, macho.
Okay. Yes. Then Sana, read for me the second one.
Jiwe, mawe.
Okay. Then also we have jifia, mafia. Okay. So I know this, like some nouns, it may be difficult to remember them, but just know that when you see like most of the verbs that start with a G, most of them that start with a G, like a J-I, if it's a noun and you're very sure it's a noun, highest probability to fall under this class. You may not remember the meaning of it, but you know, like I said, it's like the way in Spanish or in French, you may not know the meaning of the verb, but the first thing is knowing, is it masculine or feminine? So that you can give them the right article, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so same way.
So what is that last one? Those Jifea Mafia, what are those?
So, I don't know. Have you ever been into like out here in Africa or not yet?
I haven't, no.
Okay. Have you ever gone to camp, like Girl Scout camp somewhere, even if it's out
Yeah,
there?
like camping, yeah.
Have you ever seen like these like in the camp where they take like pieces of stones and they put them in a certain, maybe like two of them like bricks, and then they put the cooking pot on top, or they put three and they put the cooking pot like that. So those stones, you can call them, one can be called jivia and two can be called mafia or brick mafia. Yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yes. And also the other name, you can call them figa mafiga.
Okay.
And also, yeah, and also if you have like bricks, like the house bricks, you can also call them mafia or mafia, the bricks of themselves. Yeah. Sawa? Yes. All right. So, tuko sawa? Are we okay?
Yes.
Excellent. Yes. Then now this one, I'll just pass through this one very quickly. We have some exception nouns, okay, which are still found in this class. They may not look like it, but they are still found in this one. So you know jambo and mambo, all right? So jambo means like, for example, I know it's a greeting, but if you are talking about something else, like kuna jambo, is there anything or a matter that is disturbing? Kuna jambo lolote na kusumbua. Is there anything? So jambo, I know it can be a greeting, but also it can be used as a noun, you know? I mean, as a noun, like something like, you know, that's why I say argumentative, something. Yes, something, matter. Mambo is the plural for that, all right? Then also we have some of them, which like you have come across them, which may start with a jima. So we have like other ones like jibu, majibu. Like for example, an answer, answers. Then I'll let you read the other ones. So Sana, you can read for me the next ones. Yes.
Jina, majina.
Jimbo, majimbo.
Then,
Once again.
yes. So now, of course, you have when you say jina, ni majina, ni majina yetu ni. Are we together? So jina, majina. So jina langu ni so and so. Jina langu ni mimi. Like for example, I can say jina langu ni Amwell. Majina yetu ni Sana, Je, na Amwell. Yes.
Okay.
So our names. Sawa. Then jibo. Jibo can mean like for example, the area, like a region. It can be a state, like for example, depending with like the US, okay? Like for example, the US, when you are saying like, for example, Ohio, New York, California, Washington, they may also be called Jimbo, like a state, it's a region. Then if you come to Canada where we have provinces, you can say like, for example, natoka Jimbo, la maybe Quebec, all right? So Quebec, it's a province. I know it's a province. Also, although we have a different name for, so we have Mkoa for province, Mkoa, Mikoa. And okay, quick question. Where do you think Mkoa falls under? I already put the Mkoa in. Mkoa means province. Where do you think Mkoa falls under in Swahili?
Wait, mkoa. It's the one we just did, I think, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Me.
Don't worry about the name, but the one we just did, it's me. Actually, you just check out the and the me because it starts with the me. So then you say me, mkoa, mikoa, all right? Yes, so yes, but also mkoa can mean like a region or a province. So yes, because still province, it's very big. It can still be a region depending with where you are. So, but Jimbo means like a state or a region. So for example, I can say natoka Jimbora, Quebec. If there's somebody is from the US or the other side, you know, where we have Vancouver, forget British Columbia. So natoka Jimbora, British Columbia. So like that. So I say like that. Yeah. What? Are you surprised? Yes. Okay.
I'm impressed. You know your provinces very well.
Yes. Okay. Then we also have some other ones, like for example, you can read for me this one, the tooth and the teeth and the stove and the stoves. So Jen and Sana.
Jino, neno.
Jiko, meko.
Yes. So you can see this one. So you see that it's called irregular. So it has the first one. So it has the first one with the JI, very okay. But when we go to the plural, instead of having the ma, it goes to a me. Okay, so that's why we are saying irregular, but it's still in this category. So jino, meno, jiko, meko. All right, tuko pamoja. Then the other one, we have this one, I already talked a little bit about it. We have the ones with no prefixes, but when we go to plural, they have the plural, all right? So we can read them. So how many are they? Okay, yes. So Sana, you start with the first two, the cars and the windows. Then the other challenge is for Jed. Jed, we read for me the last three and also giving the plural for newspaper. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Gari, magari. Dirisha, madirisha.
Daraja, madaraja. Gazeti.
Plural for gazeti.
Magazeti.
Yes. magazeti. Excellent, nice. Gazeti, magazeti, very easy. Actually, they don't need the prefix, so the prefix comes to the plural. Ma, you just add the ma. Magazeti, gazeti, magazeti. Tuko pamoja? Yes.
Ndio.
So yes, then we also have this one. So these ones, they were the ones I was telling you. They don't take like uncountable. So like liquids and stuff. So these ones, maybe you can, each of you can read two of them. So Sana, you start, read for me the first two, and Jel will read for me the other ones.
Maji, maziwa.
Mhm.
Mafuta, matata.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
I know that
hakuna
one.
Kuna matata. Yes, matata can mean like no worries or no trouble. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, so yeah. Then maji, it's water. So for example, you need some water, you can say nisaidie na maji. Nisaidie. Saidia means like help me with water. Nisaidie na maji. So very good phrase if you're out here in East Africa. So nisaidie na maji, help me with some water. Maziwa, milk. Mafuta, oil. So mafuta can be, it's mafuta, it's just oil. So also mafuta in Swahili can mean gasoline, but also you have to be specific. For example, if I say mafuta ya gari, somebody just knows, gasoline or diesel, mafuta ya gari. Sawa? Then if I say cooking oil, for cooking, I'll say mafuta ya kupika. Okay? Mafuta ya kupika. Cooking oil. Mafuta ya kupika. Yes, mafuta ya kupika. Sawa? All right. Tuko pamoja?
Ndio.
I know there's a lot of stuff we have to look at, but this one we are just brushing through them. So then also we have names of fruits, very easy, and some parts of plants. So, so parts of plants, okay, and fruits. So I don't know. So Sana, maybe you read for me. Okay, like the first two, then Jed can read for me the last one.
Chungwa, machungwa. Nanasi, mananasi.
Yes. So chungwa, it's self-explanatory. It's oranges. And when we were looking at the colors, okay, so we said rangi ya machungwa. Like the way you say in Spanish, naranja, rangi ya machungwa, so orange.
Machungwa, okay.
So yes. So which may mean also orange or the fruit itself. So in Swahili we say machungwa, which can mean the color or the orange color. Okay. Yes. So machungwa. Then also we have nanasi, mananasi. Then Jed, the other one.
Jani, majani.
Yes, jani, majani. All right. So yeah, the leaves. So then, okay. Then we have also have these ones. The status or occupation. So which means like the master, sir, president, driver, daktari. Remember that when we are talking about daktari, okay, daktari can be mentioned here. Even some other ones can be mentioned here. But remember that dereva, raisi, bwana, all these words, I don't deny they are here, but the prefix that they take, they are exceptions. They'll take the prefix of the a, wa in the first class that we did. Okay, they may be here, but they'll take that prefix. Sawa, if you are going to enable. Sawa? Yes.
Yeah.
So, Jed, you start with the first two, the master and the president. Then Sana can finish.
Bwana na bwana, rais na rais.
Dereva, madereva. Daktari, madaktari.
Yes. So, bwana, of course, this one, when we are talking about this, So not only like Buana, for example, if I'm talking about B, like B means like Binti. Binti means like the daughter of somebody, Miss, okay? Miss or yes, Miss, okay? So also it can fall under this one. So also Buana can means like Mr. Like for example, if I say Buana Thomas, okay, which means Mr. Thomas. Then, but also if I say Dio Buana, it means yes, sir. Okay, like for example, if I'm answering my boss, I can say Dio Buana, yes, sir.
Okay.
But also, if you're in the setting of church, okay, you can say Buana or Buana, which means the road, okay, the road of roads, okay? So Buana or
That makes
Buana.
sense.
So Buana.
Wana, wana. Jesu. Wana.
Yes, it's yes, God knows a lot of Swahili songs, you know. Yes, so Buana.
It's a good way to learn.
Yes, but there, I always tell people, for example, my Spanish, I learned my Spanish, the Bible. I took an English Bible and the Spanish Bible because in order to understand this, because from a scholar's perspective, remember that those people who translate the Bible, they are some of the best linguists out there. You know, they have to translate the Bible like to the correct without losing the meaning. So which means even if I take a French Bible and an English Bible, and I read a specific verse, it should be the same. It should not lose the meaning. That's why I always tell people, actually, the Bible is one of the best tools you can use if you are Christian, that is. It's one of the best tools that you can use to run, you know, basically, maybe you can even start with like Psalms 121, the Lord is my shepherd. You try to say it maybe in French or in Spanish or in Swahili, you know. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Pole, but I have to go teach a French class now. But thank you so much. This was very, very useful.
So you just check out the last part. So we are almost finishing up. So yes, you just check the last part. It's like 5 minutes, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Asante sana kwa kuja sana.
Asante.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Yes. All right. So Jed, wow. Okay. So we have this one. So you have seen the countable, non-countable. So this one, so I think we already looked at them a little bit. We end the maji, maziwa, mafuta. Yes, those ones we already looked. Then we also have some abstract nouns. This one, I think I already said about this one. So like matata. And then we have the other one. Can you read for me these ones, the 3 of them?
Wazo, mawazo, tatizo, matatizo, mazungumzo, mazungumzo.
Yes, I think you already know these nouns, right? Yes. So mazungumzo ya marafiki, you remember that one every Tuesday. Tatizo means like you have a problem or something that is disturbing you. Then wazo, mawazo, if you are thinking a lot or something. Yes. Then matata, we already have that. Yes. Then last but not the least, we have a few examples. As you know, I said that this class, whenever we have like the agreement, the noun, verb, class agreement, it's represented by the and the ya for singular and plural. So I'll read the first 2 sentences. So we have jicho lina rangi ya blue, macho yana rangi za kipekee. Then chungwa lina mdudu mweusi, machungwa yana ladha nzuri. Okay, so I believe that you know that. So kipekee means unique or, you know, unique. And then we also have dada. Dada means like the taste of something. Dada nzuri. Then mdudu, we already looked at mdudu when we were talking about the mua. So mdudu, it's an insect. Yes. Sawa. So you can read for me the next 2.
Jiko lina uzito mkubwa. Majiko yana umbo tofauti. Jambo hilo ni mzuri. Mambo hayo ni mengi.
Then also we have jino linauma, meno yanauma. Okay, so umbo means like a shape. Okay, so for example, when we are looking about the shapes, like today I was with my niece and she was asking me about different shapes, and I think I don't remember how the conversation got here. My niece is like 6 years old, and she was like, I told her, dunia ni mduara. Okay, mduara means mduara. Okay, mduara. Mduara means like a sphere. Oh my God, yes. Mduara. Yes, mduara. If it's a circle, it's mviringo. It's a circle. So we were looking about the shapes, maumbo, okay? So she was asking me about mviringo, circle. So she was asking me about different shapes. And as we were talking about this, then she was like, mduara ni nini? I just know, small kid. So, you know, English, it's a little bit complex. So then I just told her, do you see this board that you're playing with? Is it a circle? No. It's round, but it's not a circle. Then she was like, I understand now. It's like round like this, but yeah, this is a sphere. I understand now. Yes. So, yeah. So she understood. Yes. So nadhani tunafika mwisho wa darasa hili. So the next class, of course, will be TV, but we are getting to the kind of this class. So, kuna swali lolote? Do you have any question? Yes, I know it's a lot of content. Yes, it's a lot of content to cram in one small class. But I know that with this, it will do you good than it will be very good with time, because I know that most of the people, this is always confusing. So this is just to explain to you where everything is. And once we get to that, then now we can look with knowing each class, at least what we expect in each class. Now, then we look in details, the arguments themselves, how they show up in details a little bit. And with time, we'll get them. Because as you know, even in Zulu, in Swazi, or even in the Swahili languages, you know, having the correct noun class, it's very, 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 yes. Yeah, so it's the same thing. Yeah, so I'll say, tumefika mwisho wa darasa. So we are coming to the end of the class. Nitashukuru sana, umekuja. I'm very grateful. And it was very, very, very nice to see you. Yes, nitashukuru
sana moya.
Yes. Asante. So nitasema kuwa na wiki njema, wikendi njema, na tutaonana wiki ijayo. All right.
Na wewe na wakati mwema. So nani Jumane.
Yes, Jumane. Haya, shukran, usiku mwema.